Present simple negative. We've just looked at how to make the present simple positive or affirmative. Now you're going to learn how to make it negative. To do this, we're going to use the same three verbs from the last lecture: to do, to travel, and to eat. To review, we already learned how to conjugate in the positive for the present simple. It's I do, we do, you do, they do. He does, she does, it does. And now in a negative sentence, we use don't and doesn't to make it negative. And we put the infinitive form of the verb after the negation, after don't or doesn't. This is why it's so important to know what the infinitive is, the base form of a verb, because we need to use it a lot, especially when making a negative sentence. One more time, we put the infinitive form of the verb after the negation in the present simple. We do not conjugate or change our verb. So now in the negative, I don't do, we don't do, you don't do, they don't do. He doesn't do, she doesn't do, it doesn't do. You remember in the lecture about conjugating the present simple, we have two groups. And now the first group, I, we, you, they, use don't for negative sentences. And the second group, he, she, it, uses doesn't for negative sentences. And after the negation, the doesn't or don't, we put the infinitive. Here are a few more examples to make it clear. I eat, I don't eat. He eats, he doesn't eat. You travel, you don't travel. She travels, she doesn't travel. I eat early, I don't eat late. She eats late, she doesn't eat early. We travel in a group, we don't travel separately. He travels separately, he doesn't travel in a group. I do it by myself, I don't do it with your help. It does it better with a full battery. It doesn't do it better with a low battery. Negative contraction. Don't and doesn't are short forms, contractions of do not and does not. Because, as you know, I, we, you, they do, and we add not after it, and do not becomes don't. I, we, you, they don't. You also know that he, she, it does, and we add not after it, and does not becomes doesn't. I do not becomes I don't. Don't. He does not becomes he doesn't. Doesn't. We do not becomes we don't. Don't. She does not becomes she doesn't. Doesn't. And we use the same rules as before when contracting, when using the short form. The rules again are: 1, we use it in informal speech and writing, and 2, in formal speech and writing, we generally do not use contractions.